What is up, guys? This is DDP. A little bit of a thrown together setup here. My computer is running an update and kind of hijacking things for me here, so I can't go live the way I normally would. Still set up in the office. Let me move some of the stuff out of the way here. What's up, Glyph? First in the house. This is kind of peeling back the curtain a little bit here, I guess, showing the green screen off, but that's cool. We'll make do with it. So, anyway, doing a quick episode here. Just going to preview the Cowboys Giants game this Sunday at noon. I don't want to talk a lot about it because honestly, it's a situation where there's nothing to gain as far as playoff seeding. The Giants actually have quite a bit to lose if they beat Dallas. I think if New York loses, they could be as high as the 4 seed, but if they win, they're as low as the 12 seed. So New York, hey, to get a top, because I was like, what are you trying to prove? What are you trying to gain? All you're doing is screwing up your seating as far as the draft is concerned. Now it looks like maybe not so much. So if I'm New York, I still feel like there's nothing to gain out of winning, but they have everything to lose, really. Like I said, falling to as low as maybe the 12th pick in the draft. What up, Abraham Young? What's good? Yeah, I certainly hope that the Cowboys sweep the Giants. Not just because 10-6. Oh my God! I swear, if my thumbnail is frozen, I'm literally at home with the Wi-Fi. Wow. Okay. Well, what up, guitar slinging zombie killer? Let me try and see what the hell is going on with my stupid camera again. Flip it, flip it, flip it, flip it. That's not what I need. Shit. Well, all right. I guess we're gonna roll pure podcast on this one because my apparently hates me. So Dallas has nothing to gain from it. Really, this is going to be a situation where they're just going to try and get everything that they can out of their offense. They want to try and let the offense run its normal self, see what it is. They're not going to run Zeke 40 times. Don't worry about that. Zeke will split carries with Rod Smith and Darius Jackson this week in practice. They've been dividing the workload 1/3, 1/3, 1/3 instead of Zeke taking about 80% of the work, as is usual. Tavon Austin was a full participant with the first team this week. He's been saying he's been ready the past 2 or 3 weeks. Tavon Austin will play in this game, and that's going to be an important test towards seeing how ready this offense can be. I've been very curious to see what Tavon can do in conjunction with a guy like Amari Cooper on the team. So that's encouraging for me, but until we see it, we won't know. Additionally, you're going to see Dak. I don't know if you'll see Dak the whole game. You'll certainly see him the first half. I'm curious to see how long they keep him in, but it sounds like based on the workflow so far this week in practice, they haven't really been handing the reins over to Cooper Rush, which tells me they really want to see what Dak can do and how he's going to look. How many minutes is Zeke going to play? Well, minutes don't matter. What matters here is how many snaps they intend to play him. And I would say my guess for Zeke is probably something in the neighborhood of 15 to 20 tops. I mean, really, I'd say 12 to 15 would be the most touches I would give him. I wouldn't worry about anything else because, frankly, my focus for Zeke is simply to stay healthy. And, he wants to lock up his second rushing title in 3 years. I don't blame him for that. But I'm not going to risk hurting my star running back, which is the engine behind which my entire offense operates. I'm not going to risk losing him any more than I have to. So Dallas is going to have some decisions that it has to make. And I think you're going to see a lot of Rod Smith. You're going to see a lot of Darius Jackson. You'll probably see Dak Prescott for at least the first half. I think you'll see Amari Cooper as well. Most of the offense is going to play. Guys that aren't going to play are going to be guys like you're not going to see Tyrone Crawford, although he is expected to play in the playoff game. You're not going to see Zach Martin. You'll probably see DeMarcus Lawrence, even though I don't think you should. I don't think he's a major injury concern, but I would argue for a guy playing the whole season and most of last year with like a torn labrum. I would probably want to minimize the strain on that joint as much as possible. But I don't know. He's going to do what they ask of him, and it sounds like he's been a regular participant this week in practice. So they're going to have to figure that out. I don't know what that means for the as far as the outcome of the game. Obviously, the offensive line has some depth issues in certain ways that they're going to have to figure out how to work around, especially if you don't have Zach Martin as well. But I don't think this is going to be a pretty game. It's kind of the double-edged sword where they're saying, hey, we want to run Dak and we want to run our starters because we want to be in a groove when the playoffs roll around. We don't want to look like we're sputtering because we've now had a week off or whatever, or 2 weeks off, however they want to view it. Here's the problem with that thinking. What happens if you run the offense out there for the first half or whatever, and they look like dog crap because they don't have the normal starting offensive line, or they don't have Zeke playing as much as normal? If the early returns in this game are bad for the offense, how is that going to impact their viewpoint, their stance on the playoff game, or even just playing guys in the second half of this game? Do they then say, you know what, run them back out there for another couple series. Let's see if they can turn it around. The Giants are a damn good defensive front. Now, they're not going to have Odell Beckham, and they have some other key players as well that are going to be out, so this will be somewhat of an advantage for Dallas. Obviously, as I said before, the Giants have potentially 8 positions in playoff picture, or sorry, not playoff picture, 8 positions in draft position that they could give up simply by winning. It does them no good to win. My gut tells me because of that, it's probably going to be a Dallas win, but we're going to have to see how it shakes out, how it develops, because this could very well be like at Philadelphia last year where Dallas won something like 7-6 in one of the ugliest games ever to watch as far as a win is concerned for the Cowboys. So it's possible. My gut tells me Dallas take win, but I don't think we're going to end there. And guys, sorry for the camera. I don't know why it's being so stupid like this, but apparently it is. My computer is still running the update, which made me have to call on this show. Gotta love the chaos of holiday schedules and how it just throws everything into chaos. I've been out of town for a few days, understandably, with the holiday. And as soon as I get back, my computer has all these updates to run, and now nothing wants to quite run right. So I'm going to have to get to the bottom of that. But hit me up real quick if you got a question. I can answer a couple questions before I go. I know this is a super short stream, but I honestly don't feel like there's a whole lot to dig into for this game given what we know. The Giants don't have anything really of note to play for. The Cowboys, all they're trying to do is just have some kind of rhythm come playoff time. Jason Garrett has said that, hey, all of our healthy players are going to play, to which I answered, that feels really objective because I could argue what's healthy versus what's not healthy. Like, as I said earlier, I would not consider DeMarcus Lawrence healthy. I don't know why you would consider him healthy. So guys like that, I would argue, yeah, sit him out. Tyrone Crawford, certainly not healthy. Zeke, I don't think he has anything on the injury report, so that implies that he'll play. But again, I highly doubt, based on his workload in practice, that he'll play what we expect him to play based on his normal workload. He's not going to get 40 touches, guaranteed. If he gets 20, I would say he's getting too much. Adam Proctor, what's up? West Virginia quarterback looks like trash. I'm not watching that game currently, but yeah, if you got to throw your backup in there for a bowl game against a pretty decent team, I'm not going to be surprised. So, yeah, good luck with that one, buddy. But yeah, so this game, I would say this is going to be probably an uneventful, unexciting game to watch. I'm thinking it's going to be low scoring, something like Dallas 12, New York 7. That's just the impression I get right now. So I'm going to wrap this one up, guys. The tech limitations are freaking killing me on this. I promise, I will have everything sorted out for Sunday's Mavs fast break. Everything will be up and running as usual. Just bear with me as I deal with the last of the holiday kerfuffle or whatever. And until next time, guys, remember, every legend was once a prospect. Salute.